100.
Nicholson is going to have to break Phil Taylor's throw at least once then to win the game, with the power winning the bull. 6-4 against Whitlock. He was 5-0 up in that match. Phil Taylor ended up 6-4 and 6-0 against Andy Smith, who didn't get a look into the last leg as Taylor fired off a volley of legs of brilliance, going out in 14, 11, 12, 13 and 12 darts successively. It took him 18 darts to win the last leg, but the damage had well and truly been done by then.
$180.
That's his first of the match. And the feature of his last game really was the fact that only won 180. It was just the consistency of his scoring. The 140s were just incredible. But he's left himself
100
on 81 after 9 darts thrown. That was a very familiar pattern of his game against Andy Smith. Well, it doesn't need to go 12 ball, nor has he. 20 for double 16.
$43.
So double 16 for a 13 dart opener for Phil Taylor, and that's exactly what it is. But Nicholson has got to break Taylor now twice, and that's a tall order. He's just got to hang on in there, Paul Nicholson.
99.
Well, he is doing that, to be fair. Despite the losses he's had in the last 2 games, last leg losses against Walsh and Terry Jenkins. But again, that's sitting well. And again, he uses the lie. So on the other board, Smith and Jenkins having a game of darts. It's 1-all.
60.
Well, Taylor in merciless mood today. Will look to stack.
100.
And does so. So the Nicholson throw here very much under threat in leg 4. This would be for a second breaker throw and a 4th straight leg for the power. Well, it
57.
may be that in the end, all the pummeling from the power has started to take a little bit of a toll on Paul Nicholson, and, well, quite understandable has it done so. Very hard to keep plugging away when your opponent is doing this. And that's his 3rd maximum of this match. And again, he's threatening an 11-dart leg. 81 after 9 throw has been just about par for the course for Phil Taylor today. A quite ludicrous level of form.
81.
81 again. Treble 19 leaves double 12. We've seen this before this morning. We may well see it again. We do see it again. That's an 11-dart leg. It's his second 11-dart leg of this match. 4-0 to Taylor.
5th leg, Phil to throw first.
And
game on.
He has only thrown 49 darts in this match to reach this point. That is the first time he's missed a big number. The first time he's strayed
132.
5 or 1. Well, it makes little difference. Well, he's averaging over 120 again here, Phil Taylor.
60.
What a contrast to the way he played in Championship League Darts Group 3 when he looked fatigued and struggled to win only 3 of his 7 matches in the round robin and didn't even make the semi-finals. I think we can pencil his name in 59. For the semi-finals today. Only 59 there. Nicholson looking for a first maximum of the
140.
match. Taylor's had 3. I suppose now Paul Nicholson's first priority is to avoid the whitewash, which is looming large. Same fate that befell Andy Smith before him.
140.
Well, I was going to say that we won't see a leg completed in 12 darts or fewer here by Phil Taylor, but you daren't say that with 170 against his name, because
170.
He had a 1-2-1 against Andy Smith. But will he go for this, Phil Taylor, if he hits the second treble? Well, it's an academic argument now. I think he would have done. Well, it shows what may have happened. He hit the ball. So, 12 darts thrown, leaves tops. Fair play here to Paul Nicholson. Treble 18. Well,
170. Phil, you require 40.
Well, prefer to use the ball to leave double 8. Ooh, now then, that's not ideal for Taylor. We'll have to go left or right. Well, now then.
20.
Had to go left of the bed, couldn't see enough of it. So 3 missed darts and a double for Phil Taylor, and Paul Nicholson's 170 has teed up this double 18.
No score. Phil, you require 20.
Dear. Can't see him missing again. Hasn't missed
Getting
again, so 5-0.
Phil Taylor.
Phil Taylor, and that is the 10th straight leg of the day.
To throw first. Game on.
Took him a whole 16 darts.
$134.
Two all on the other board here. Taylor looking to win 6-0.
140.
Wasn't far away from his fourth 180 of this match.
$135. $180.
Well, that is his fourth 180 of the match to go off the back of the 140. And looks like being a whitewash unless Nicholson's got something up his sleeve.
140.
He'll be back for 92. Nicholson's best leg of the match, in all fairness. He's left 92. He's only thrown 9 darts. Goodness me.
165.
It must be soul-destroying to stand behind him when he's in this form. Nicholson then 92 to avoid the whitewash. Went for the treble 20. He's going to have another shot at... Oh, double. Good stuff from Nicholson. For double 18. He went for 2 double 18s. This is for a 10-darter, though, for Phil Taylor. Double 8. To wrap up, another brilliant whitewash. His second 6-0 success of the day. And Paul Nicholson didn't have an answer.
The halfway stage in the Players' Championship Series of 2017. Peter Wright has made a couple of finals of these events so far this year. He was beaten in one by Gary Anderson in February. He was beaten in Wigan last time out on the Sunday by Gary Anderson once more.
Bullseye. 25.
Michael Van Gerwen beat him here in Milton Keynes as well last time we were here. That was at the start of April. And off we go. Best of 11. Peter Snakebite Wright. Straight into the treble 20. And again. And again, a perfect start from the world number 3. And Rob Cross straight back at him with a 139. Now, these two have met just the once in their professional careers. Rob Cross, we hadn't seen him at all until he turned up at the UK Open in 2016 as an amateur qualifier.
140.
But he went on a run, playing some fantastic darts, and was only beaten by the eventual champion Michael Van Gerwen in the last 32.
58.
MVG wasn't at this year's UK Open. Had that back injury that stopped him from playing. So Rob Cross couldn't get knocked out by him, but he was knocked out by Peter Wright in the last 16 stage. Peter Wright then went on to win it. Peter Wright left himself 76 for a potential 11-dart leg to start things off
93.
here. Rob Cross is making a habit of the UK Open of only being beaten by the person who goes and wins the title. 76 for Wright. 16 for tops now. For a comfortable 12-dart hold of throw.
Game
there
shot.
it is, Peter Wright. If you thought that this man was going to be rocked by his devastating, agonising defeat in the final of the Premier League,
96.
well, he has brushed those concerns aside today. We had a couple of late withdrawals today. Michael van Gerwen was one of them. Max Hopp was another who'd had problems with his travel plans.
100.
So we only had 126 players instead of the 128. That meant that the top 2 seeds, one of them being Peter Wright, top seed today, no Michael van Gerwen, got a bye for the first round.
118.
So in the second round, Peter Wright overcame Joe Mernon 6-5, but then blasted past everybody else. 6-2 against Vincent van der Voort, 6-1 against Ryan Searle, 6-2 against Jeffrey de Graaf. He has only dropped 10 legs in 4 games.
100.
Can Rob Cross get the 6 legs that he needs against Peter Snakebite Wright to book his place in the final? Rob Cross
100.
has won one of these this year. His first PDC title beat Mervyn King in a deciding leg on Saturday the 11th of March. That was at Barnsley Metrodome. It has been an electrifying rise
57.
up the PDC rankings for Rob Cross. Already, we're only in May. He's only been playing since February. He is up to 58 in the world. Keeps taking out big names.
100.
Keeps beating the best. He's had 3 Euro Tours this year and 3 quarter-final appearances. This could put the pressure on if he can find another.
140.
And he does find another treble. Gets down to 104. Rob Cross, 87 remain. Looking at the 20s now. Gets the treble, double 5. For a level game at 1 apiece.
Game
And there
shot.
it is. Rob Cross replies with a 15-dart leg. He is not going to let the UK Open champion ride roughshod over him.
$100.
The European Tour events that you will have seen on PDC TV this year, we've had 5 of them. And Peter Wright is dominating that European
60.
circuit. He has won 3 of the first 5. He was beaten in the semi-finals in Gibraltar last weekend by Michael Smith, who went on to win the title, beat Mensur Suljovic in the final.
180.
That is there. It's a second 180 for Peter Wright, and if he continues to fire maximums on his own throw, he's going to be very difficult to break, and that is a problem for Rob Cross, because he's going to have
100.
to find a break of throw from somewhere if he is to overcome the world number 3 today. Yeah, Peter Wright, the 3 he's won on the European Tour, and look at this, it could be back-to-back. It is back-to-back for Peter Wright. 41 left after 9 darts. Quite stunning stuff on his own throw so far from Peter Wright. Rob Cross
140.
needed to fill it up to leave a finish and doesn't manage to do so. So is it 9 for double 16? That is the route. Just on the outside.
Game shot.
And that is there. Peter Wright has thrown 2 12-darters on his own throw to go 2-1 up in this one. The only way you can win a leg against the throw when they throw a 12-darter is if you produce perfection.
180.
And Rob Cross kicks off with a 180. Can Peter Wright respond? Well, not with a 180 of his own. So 3 Euro Tours that Peter Wright has
100.
won on PDC TV this year, all live. He's beaten Michael van Gerwen in the final twice, one of them 6-0, an astonishing
100.
result. The other one he won, he beat Benito van der Pas in the final, despite the fact that Benito averaged 110 against him. If you thought that Peter Wright's performances on TV this year were
180.
special, some of the ones on the live stream have been equally as special, and that is 180 number 4 for Peter Wright. We are only in the 4th leg. Rob Cross for his second. Settles for a ton
140.
40. He's on an 11-darter. High quality semi-final here in Milton Keynes.
$105.
Peter Wright just using the bullseye, likes that shot to get down below 121, often uses it to get below 101 as well. But this is good from cross. Takes a moment, looks at double 13. And pins it. A 12-darter from cross, and this is phenomenal stuff from these two. 3 12-darters and a 15-darter in the first 4 legs. And there is no let-up at all from Peter Wright. But this is just kind of what we've come to expect from these guys. Certainly Peter Wright. Rob Cross has confounded all sorts of people's opinions about what was possible for somebody stepping up from the Challenge Tour. I know he won the Challenge Tour
134.
last year, but it is some jump to go from there to the PDC ranks. But he just plays without fear. There's no scar tissue there. He's not had players repeatedly hand massive beatings to him over and over. He's just playing with freedom. But Peter Wright is not giving him anything here. That is 180 number 5 for Snakebite. This is 95. A statement from Peter Snakebite Wright. 6 darts missed on Thursday night in the final of the Premier League to beat Michael van Gerwen. Michael van Gerwen, the man who has handed countless defeats to Peter Wright. Oh, this is superb. He's on a 10-dart leg. This is even better from Peter Wright than his previous 2 legs on throw, which were both 12-darters.
59.
Double 16.
Game
a
shot.
Quite spectacular display here from Peter Snakebite Wright. His winning legs, 12, 12 and 10 darts. Now, we don't have the stats to hand for these
93
Pro Tour events, but I can assure you we are talking stratospheric averages here. Just for the 15-darter, that's your level 100 average. If you're throwing 12 darters, it's 125.
100.
Peter Snakebite Wright has had 2 12-darters and a 10. Rob Cross has had a 12 and a 15-darter. These are serious numbers these guys are throwing. We'll sit down and work these averages out at the end of the game, because this is something special if it continues in this. I mean, can it continue? We know that Peter Wright threw the 2nd highest TV average ever seen earlier this year in the Premier League, 119.5. 4 points off Michael van Gerwen's world record, but better than anything Phil Taylor achieved in his entire career so far. Still got a bit of time, don't write off
58.
Phil Taylor missed a dart to beat Peter Wright in the semi-finals of the Premier League on that baffling, bizarre, brilliant night at the O2.
140.
140 for Wright, leaves the 161. Now, he loves a 161. And he's taken out a very high-profile one of these very recently. One of the best shots you've seen all year.
140.
It was in the final, one of the Euro Tour events, in the 3rd leg against Michael van Gerwen. Van Gerwen was on a finish, a bit like Rob Cross is now. And treble 17 and bull were the darts that followed on that occasion. But they do not on this occasion, and Rob Cross has an
97.
opportunity to level the match once more. He is doing his best. He is sticking with Peter Wright. Double 8. The man doesn't even have a nickname yet.
Game shot.
Superb stuff. 14-darter, 3-all. Rob Cross has not been playing long enough to have a nickname, and yet his achievements are such that we are going to have to find one very, very quickly, because he's going to be making the TV tournaments, and the big TV companies, they're going to need stuff. They're going to need graphics and things. He is storming 57. Up the rankings. He's seeded 21st for today, Rob Cross. But conceivably, he could go on and claim a 2nd title today. He's going to have to get past Peter Wright somehow, who 100. Is just playing darts from the gods at the minute. But Cross is doing enough just to keep pace with him. £10,000 to the winner today, all ranking money. A reminder that these Players' Championship events are the sole criterion for qualification for the Players' Championship Finals, one of the big TV tournaments at the end of the year. It's the last one before the World Championship.
100.
64 players at Minehead, Butlins Minehead, the home of World Darts. That was the scene of not only Rob Cross's PDC debut
97.
last year at the UK Open, but Peter Wright's first major title this year. Will he go for it? No, he won't. Takes a sensible option there, Peter Wright.
129.
And leaves himself double 16. He may love a 161, but when you're playing like this, just don't take chances, particularly when Rob Cross is still sticking with you. And look at that for a setup shot. 171 to leave the double 18. And Peter Wright, double 16 for 4-3. Double 8.
Game
and
shot.
There it is. Peter Wright hits the double 8. It is superb. The standard in this is right up there with
100.
All that we've seen on the live stream. And we have seen a number of 9 darters in the relatively short period we've been streaming these events. Seen Peter Wright hit 1. Seen Michael Van Gerwen hit 2 in a game. And Peter Wright kicks off with a 6th 180. We've seen 7 180s in this game.
140.
Only one of them has been hit by Rob Cross. Oh, Peter. Peter, snake bite right. 5 perfect darts. He's desperate to... No, he's looking down the board. Treble 19. Well, he's gone treble 17. It is 6 perfect darts. 180 followed by 171. It leaves the 150. And Peter Wright, the way that he is playing so far 86. In this game, would you back against him taking out the 150 for perfection? He has only hit 2 9-darters in his career. The 7th is there. Oh, and he's gone just next door. My word, Peter Wright went in search of another treble 19.
72 left.
It would have given him a dart at the double for perfection.
88.
Peter Wright is playing the best darts of his life this year. He has won 7 titles already, very nearly was 8
94 scored.
With the Premier League on Thursday night. But he has just produced 7 perfect darts in a row at a crucial time to give him a chance. Don't look at the scoreboard. It's 4-3 at the minute. But this might be 5-3. Tops.
Game shot.
And it is 5-3. Peter Wright, with yet another 12-dart leg, gets the break of throw that gives him a little bit of breathing room. Rob Cross has not done a great deal wrong in this game, but Peter Wright has thrown the kitchen sink at him. It has been a sustained assault from the very first visit when the world number 3 chucked in a 180. That was the first of 6 so far. And there is still time for more, because Peter Wright is a man on a mission.
85.
When he won the UK Open title earlier this year, it looked, in a couple of weeks after, like he'd just taken a big sigh of relief. Finally, he'd got over the line and won a major title. And he perhaps wasn't playing at the same level. But I think we've seen
140.
Not only on Thursday in the Premier League, when he held off an incredible fight back from Phil Taylor, and then took the game to Michael Van Gerwen in the final. Couldn't quite get over the line. The response from Peter Wright has just been to go again. He said directly after the Premier League final, I'll get him. It seems to have refocused him. Look at the concentration. He's taking his time. He's been almost flawless in this
130.
match. That is 130. It leaves 91 for the match. And Rob Cross, well, he has beaten the likes of Michael Smith, Christo Reyes, Johnny Clayton to get to this stage. None of those guys have got close to him. I'm sure Rob Cross has played some phenomenal darts today, but it is not enough to live with Peter Wright. Not today, double 10. Because Peter Wright has been superb. It is yet another 12-dart leg. Snakebite, the world number 3, is in the final. He will take on either the surprise package Andy Bolton or Darrell Gurney, the Northern Irishman who goes in search of his 2nd PDC title this year. But how can you stop that man? Because that, from Snakebite, was spellbinding.
Now then, what's he got for us in this leg? Well, King didn't do too much long in that leg, did he, really, to be fair? but when your opponent goes out against the throw in 12 darts or fewer, it does make it tough for you. King probably figuring, well, I'd have gone out in 15, that's okay.
85.
But never even got a chance to show us what he could do at the business end. Played sensationally in his last match, Mervyn King.
140.
When he defeated Mark Walsh and was even better against Simon Whitlock, where he took out some huge finishes. There were 4 in 3 figures, and he only missed 1 dart at a double all match. He was 6 out of 7 on the doubles in that first game, Mervyn King. So brilliant finishing. We didn't get a chance to see him exhibit it in that first leg, as Taylor went out in 11 darts. So King with wins over Whitlock and Walsh. Taylor with victories over Anderson.
81.
And in his second game over Steve Beaton. Game against Anderson was a brilliant match. 5 180s apiece, and Taylor eventually getting home 6-5. Terrific game.
60.
Well, Taylor, of course, the favourite for every tournament he enters, and this no different. But if he wins here, he'll be looking almost certain to reach the semi-finals. And from then,
137.
well, he'll probably go off as an odds-on favourite to win 2 successive games. Depends who gets through, of course.
130.
Well, coming back here for 98, the power.
98.
Treble 18, the next target. It's there. Double 12.
74.
Well, a chance here to break back then for Mervyn
Mervyn,
King.
you require
111. These are the chances you get against throw when you're playing against Taylor. Well capable of taking it out. Yeah, that's in 15, I think. I think it's in 15, it is. Well, that's okay, double 18. Oh, I say, Mervyn King, having made a mess of his first dart, tied it up in quite spectacular style with a 111 checkout. Yeah, he left 96 after 1 dart. And, well, tremendous way to mop that up. Wasn't shaken out of his stride at all. So King biting back
100.
with a 15 dart leg against the throw. So 1-all. The Taylor lead didn't last long. He missed that 1 dart. Taylor and a double in that leg. They're both in. So's that. So 177 to start for Phil Taylor. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's his second of the match. Mervyn King, he's hit 2 maximums. Taylor's hit 1 and the 177. What a leg this is turning out to be. He won't like that just above the bed. Taylor doesn't like it there. He'll stay there this time and pick it off again. Well, how about this from Phil Taylor? To leave 190. He's only thrown 6 darts. Mark Walsh playing Steve Beaton. Walsh leading 2-0. King going for more.
140.
Well, King's only thrown 9 darts. He's left 81. Terrific leg of darts, this. Taylor could leave a tasty finish and not even get a shot at it. Well, 150 left. So they're trying to put it in there.
60.
Couldn't do so.
Mervyn, you require 81.
81 left for Mervyn King to take the lead for the first time. 12 leaves Bull. Bull. Ooh.
56.
Right on the wire. Well, now, Taylor. Can he take out 130? Well, they need to put 1 on top of that to leave the Bull. Well, he's got the target there. Now, the red bit in the middle of the board. Oh, and he is close as well. Well, they're both very close to hitting the Bull there, to be fair. Taylor just nods his head. 9 for King. Yes, no problem with that. Double 8, it's his favourite. Double, he loves double 8. He's
17.
missed double 8, and he's as surprised as I am.
Bill, you require 25.
Taylor with the same formula on his mind. He wants double 8. Double 4 then.
Game
And
shot
Taylor
third leg. Phil
shuts
Taylor.
the door on double 4. Pressure on Mervyn King. The key leg, that one went. King missed a couple of darts at double 8. Taylor went out on double 4. That was the key leg midway through the game. That's the break that's got Taylor the advantage. Taylor 4-2 up. He's a difficult man to beat from here. Oh, you fancy another over the top there. Yes.
180.
It's his third of the match. He really is cranking it up now. He's turning up the power, Taylor. You have to
140.
hand it to King here. He's keeping on going. But the danger is he's being outgunned by Phil Taylor. Oh, well, he's done it before here, a 9-darter at Crondon. He's done it before at Crondon. Can he set it up? He can.
180.
Taylor, back-to-back 180s. There's been 4 at Crondon Park before. Taylor himself, Lewis and Clarkson, Whitlock earlier this year. Is Taylor about to do it again?
45. Phil, you require 141.
Treble 20. Treble 19. It's on. Double 12 now. Taylor for another 9-darter. Yet
Game
again.
shot in
The power
Taylor.
does it again. Another 9-darter for the
Eight
main
legs,
man.
3 to go first.
Taylor again at
Game
Crondon
on.
Park. The second time he's done it here. So King with the 155 to
100.
stay alive. Brilliant performance here from both players. Taylor's 9-dart leg. King's 155 outshot. 7 180s between the two players. 4 of them to Mervyn King.
85.
5-2 on the other board. Walsh leads Beaton. Well, is King here going to fight back in this game in incredible style?
140.
He knows himself. He's hit a couple of 9-darters, TV 9-darters, one at the South African Masters and one at the UK Open, and he lost both those games. So he knows more than anybody how it can affect a player. Surely it won't make
180.
any difference to Taylor. There's another maximum. 9-darters, well, they come along so regularly for the power, it hardly makes a difference to his psyche. The 2 in the same night in the Premier
140.
League final. Almost 3 in the same night against Wade in that final. You wouldn't put it past Taylor to do another one today at some point.
$140.
To leave 96,
Mervyn, you
so
require
closing in again.
121.
King under pressure, he's taken out a 1-1-1 and a 1-5-5. It can still be done if he hits treble 17. Can't now, a grimace from the King.
97.
So 96 for Phil Taylor to
require
finish off this
96.
match. It's one that will be remembered for his 9-darter. Yes, double 18 to finish it off with a 6-3 win.
Game shot and
That's
match.
it.
Phil Taylor.
Phil Taylor in sensational form. A 9-dart leg and a 6-3 success to boot.
Beaton won day 7 12 months ago.
25.
What can he do here against Michael van Gerwen?
Bullseye.
Well, there's your answer. He's won the throw for starters, so Steve Beaton will get us underway. And this will be played at a really good pace. Should be a cracking game. Steve Beaton against Michael van Gerwen here.
45.
Not the start that Mr. Beaton wanted. Of course, lucky to be here, some will say. Steve Beaton
140.
only playing here today because of the withdrawal of Vincent van der Voort. But can Beaton make the most of it?
98.
Michael van Gerwen looking to join Mark Walsh and Robert Thornton on 8 points. Van Gerwen lost his opening game in a last leg decider to Thornton. Then won a last leg decider against Brendan Dolan from 5-3 down. And then he beat Peter Wright convincingly and Paul Nicholson by the same 6-3 scoreline.
96.
Over on board 1, Dennis Evans taking on Paul Nicholson.
60. Mark, you require 142.
142 then, looking to break the throw in the first leg.
102.
Well, I'm not sure what he was doing there, to be honest with you. There was he could easily have followed that first treble in. He has his own way of doing things, Michael van Gerwen, that's for sure.
Michael, you require 40.
But he does need tops.
Shot in the first leg.
So there we go. Van Gerwen, in the blink of an eye, wins the first leg against the throw.
Game on.
Remaining games for Steve Beaton will be against Brendan Dolan
140.
and Paul Nicholson. For Michael van Gerwen, he will play Mark Walsh and Dennis Evans. Here comes Stevie Beaton.
180.
Just get there, run quick. It was about to drop out the board. Steve Beaton hasn't run so quick in his life.
180.
No doubt about that one. What a response and what a start to this game from these two players.
$100.
Oh, here he goes again.
165.
He's on a possible 10-dart leg, which would be the best leg of the day.
60. Michael, you require 16.
Double 8 for a 10-darter. Getting closer.
A shot in the second leg.
12 darts will do, but he leads
Steve
2-0.
Roy first. Game on.
Yeah, Steve Beaton still featured for me in one of the best games that I've had the privilege to commentate on at the Grand Slam of Darts 2 years
57.
ago. When he came, well, he was out of it. I think he won 6 consecutive legs to beat Phil Taylor in the quarterfinals.
137.
And it was just probably the best that Steve Beaton's ever played. It was just a fabulous, fabulous match.
96.
Oh, here he goes again, Michael van
180.
Gerwen. Well, when he's playing like this, he really is difficult to beat. But Steve Beaton is back with another one.
140.
Well, Steve Beaton won his first World Masters title in 1993.
168.
Oh, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable darts. A 168 from Van Gerwen. But Van Gerwen was 4 years of age when Steve Beaton won the World Masters.
140. Michael, you require 16.
For the second consecutive leg, he's on a 10-darter. No, it's 11. That'll do. But this has just been a brilliant performance from Michael van Gerwen. But the pace will suit him, you see. You know, when he lost to Paul Nicholson in the semi-finals last night,
140.
the pace of the game was all wrong for Van Gerwen. But in many ways, Steve Beaton's the perfect opponent for the way that Van Gerwen
100.
plays. Averaging over 120 at the moment, and adding to that with another maximum. Well, this is just unbelievable darts from Michael van Gerwen. Here comes Steve Beaton to respond.
134.
On and another possible 11-darter, Michael van Gerwen. Here comes Steve Beaton, though.
180.
Beaton's just throwing here with no pressure on him. Double 16 for an 11-darter. Double 8 for an 11-darter. A 12-dart leg has gone, an 11-dart leg has gone, and Steve Beaton can pinch it here. 12 for the bull. Bull for Stevie Beaton.
56. Michael, you require 8.
Well, this has just been astonishing darts from both players.
He's short in the fourth leg.
15, 12, 11 and 13.
Right first.
Michael van Gerwen's 4 winning legs.
99.
And it could have been better, you know. Could have won the second leg in 10. Could have won the third leg in 10.
97.
And could have won the fourth leg in 11. Imagine that, 10, 10 and 11 in 3 consecutive legs.
34.
Steve Beaton just wants to win a leg. Van Gerwen's average, 117 at the moment.
134.
And that'll increase.
$58.
Oh, brilliant dart.
140.
Those 2 darts were absolutely astonishing. Because you can only see a quarter of the treble 20 bed. It could be 5-0 here.
92.
If Van Gerwen has his way, he could win this in 10 minutes flat. Treble 20 would leave the bull. Bullseye for a 130 for a 5-0 lead. Oh, unbelievable! And a 12-dart leg to follow a 13, 11, a 12 and a 15. We've not even been playing 10 minutes. Dream darts from one of the best in the business.
140.
Averaging 120. Has to be.
$140.
120, Michael Van Gerwen's average.
180.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is one of the best performances you're likely to see anywhere. It's only 6 legs
60.
of darts, but this is astonishing. Well, you run out of superlatives sometimes
97.
to describe just how good this is. Steve Beaton hasn't done a lot wrong, but he hasn't had a look in.
140. Mark, you require 84.
For an 11 darter to win it with an average of 120.
Match, Michael Van Gerwen.
Unbelievable. He has won the whole match in 74 amazing darts.
Who won a 3rd UK Open qualifier at the weekend. His great form just
134.
continues, and a nice tidy start to this game against Bully Boy in his debut Premier League campaign. And what a daunting prospect it is to face
80.
MVG, and such is the strength of the Premier League. He plays Raymond van Barneveld next week in Exeter, and the tough games just keep on coming, because in Nottingham on March the 10th it's Gary Anderson for this fella. So it was important for him to get off the mark last week in Dublin, of course, in the game with Dave Chisnall, to lost calls at one stage. He has got a point on the board, but MVG, who's never lost to Michael Smith in a TV tournament, albeit they've only played each other a couple of times. MVG dominates the head-to-head between the two players
81.
as well.
Over
18 games in all tournaments. So look at this from Michael Van Gerwen, double 18, and that is an 11-dart leg from Michael Van Gerwen. And the majority of the legs that he's won overall in this Premier League campaign so far have been done in quick-fire time.
57.
Well, when they say set your stall up, certainly Michael Van Gerwen has done that. But what Michael Smith mustn't do is get embroiled into throwing too quick. You can throw quick when you're Michael Van Gerwen and you're playing at the top of your game, but when you're Michael Smith and you're just not finding it, sometimes you just have to slow down. And I've said that, well, he punches in at maximum. But he has got nothing to lose here. No one's expecting him to win, so he can relax a little bit. And perhaps we can see the darts that we know Bully Boy can throw.
Yeah, leads MVG in the 180 count then in the
58.
second leg of the game. He's hit 8 in the tournament so far, Michael Smith, but yeah, it has been a baptism of fire, and it is very unforgiving. And look at this from Michael Van Gerwen. Straight away, hits back with a 180 of his own, he's on a finish. And Smith now, all he can do is try and set up a finish of his own if he's allowed back. This is a break of throw from Michael Van Gerwen. 10 darts. 12-dart leg, yes, no problem. Michael Van Gerwen is racing away here.
Third leg is Michael Van Gerwen.
11 and 12 for 130 108.7 average. There we have it. Incredible darts, but we expected this from Michael van Gerwen. We knew the form coming into this, especially after the weekend. 2 European UK Open wins, Saturday and Sunday, and some of the darts were unbelievable. They really were. And this man, look at his eyes, he's on a mission.
174! Well, this is just sensational from Michael van Gerwen, 136 average. Could it be a world record in Aberdeen tonight?
When he keeps getting the first dart in that treble, then we can start looking at a world record average. At the moment, Michael Smith 3 darts behind in every leg, although he's hit his second maximum of the match.
87. Game shot on the third leg, Michael van Gerwen.
11, 12, 11. What a start for this game for Michael van Gerwen. 3-0 ahead. This fella has hit 2 180s along the way.
60.
Hasn't had a dart at a double. Only hits the 60 here now, and van Gerwen will look to punish with a big 140, and already he's stolen the darts. He's after that record, isn't he?
And he's only hit 3 bare tons. But the 6 140s are open. Well, that's 5 140s and the 174 and the 180. He's just putting 2 darts
96
in the treble. Most times he's visiting lucky, and that is tough for a player to look over your opponent's shoulder and just keep seeing the darts going in the trebles. It does wear you down, and certainly it's wearing Michael Smith down.
133.
Even on the treble 19, it's working nicely, still averaging 130.
134.
Nice from Michael, but
132.
Here we go with MVG, 2 bullseyes, would lead the double 16!
Game shot on the fourth leg, Michael van Gerwen.
You won't see darts better than that anywhere in the world.
To throw first.
Averaging 130. There's the finish. 4-0 van Gerwen.
Unbelievable darts from Mighty Mike, and we've got to have a 9 dart. I mean, you can't play this well without a 9 dart, and you've got to feel sorry for Michael Smith. He's got just on the 100 average,
81.
and he just cannot do anything against Michael.
Here we go. Here we go. 6 perfect darts for MVG. Averaging 136 and the 9 darter is on. And Michael Smith can only go up and play his own game. Could this be a special moment in Aberdeen tonight? Needs the treble 19. Oh, but still, this is breathtaking stuff. Averaging 134.89, Michael van Gerwen.
He's not had a leg over 12 darts at the moment, has van Gerwen. And that's a 10-dart leg. This is, well, I've never seen darts like it. We've seen Phil Taylor at his best, Gary Anderson, we've seen them all at their best. But I have never, ever seen 5 legs of darts rolled off like Michael van Gerwen is doing at the moment. This is unbelievable, and he's back in there again.
140.
118.66, the world record average. Michael van Gerwen is walking all over that right now. 134.49, and he's hitting the treble 20s for fun. Look at him go!
108.
Guys, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. We expect players to run off 2, 3, 4 legs, but this
89.
is incredible. The finest darts we've ever witnessed anywhere. Again, for anybody.
145.
I mean,
Unplayable.
well, he's on another 10-darter.
The greatest darts ever seen. 137 average.
This double 18. This double 18
darter, yeah.
would look like a bucket. And a bucket it is, straight in the middle.
He's got a point on the board, and now the world record would do nicely. 118.66 is the world record average. 1040 will do, he's on for it, he knows it, he wants it.
Incredible from Van Gogh. We just can't. I've been in the game 30 years.
91.
Never ever witnessed anything like this. A level 15 will give him that world record. Oh, and he grabs the treble 19, which will do him. He's on course, folks, for a world record, and this would smash the world record. This is like winning the 100 metres, breaking the world record by 2 seconds, Nige.
Well, I hesitate to say he needed that last treble in the context of the world record. This is just exhibition darts from MVG. Here we go. Hits the treble 20. Treble 20 had set him up nicely. The world record is well and truly on. 118.66 is how it stands at the moment. And Michael Van Gerwen is going to come back for double 18 for a world record in Aberdeen. Is this the moment?
18.
Just pulled it. Just pulled it.
He can still do it, I believe, but he needs the double 9. Oh, that's actually done Michael a favour, because the double 9 has got a good switch.
Well, he could even make his average higher. Michael Smith has done MVG a favour here. More chances for MVG to increase that average. 6-1, but the world record is still on. Can he hit the treble 21st dart? Second dart will do.
100.
Is he thinking about it, Rod? Is it playing on his mind?
I think it must be. Absolutely must be. And he hasn't missed anything. 3 darts.
45.
The first 2 darts were not bad darts at the double 18. But he needs to start finding the trebles on the switch. That looks good for another treble 19. He does find it as well. So he's still on for the world record.
The highest televised average of all time on the way. He's going to stay up the board now.
83.
Still up at 126.87. Could still lose this leg though.
38.
That's slack from Michael Smith. Now Van Gerwen with a set-up shot here. Switching for treble 19. Another one of those that do nicely, and it's in it beautifully.
Well, that leaves the bullseye, Nige. Do you think he'll go for that bullseye? Do you think he knows he's around about breaking the world record?
65.
Incredible averages. Will he go 10 or 18? He's going, oh no, what has he done? He was once the double 16 and he's missed that. Well,
he's coming down.
We want Michael Smith now to win this.
He's only 5 points above it now.
62.
Here we go. Michael Van Gerwen now. Double 16. And Michael Van Gerwen has just pulled off the greatest average in television history. What a moment here